The dwarves are one of the world's most popular mythological beings, and this happens mainly due to the fantasy stories written by Tolkien or fairy tales like Snow White. But the origin of the bearded little men is much older and throws back to Germanic and Nordic myths. In Norse mythology, the dwarves were also known as the Vigir. They emerged in the beginning of the universe right after the death of Ymir by the hands of Odin and his brothers. The dwarves were born from the worms that corroded the fallen giant's corpse. They started to live beneath the earth, right below Midgard, the land of men. The dwarves are often described as beings of superior intellect and bearers of great skills to conduct manual tasks, in addition to having a lot of strength and stamina, which make them restless laborers. They are also masters of metallurgy, and because of that, acknowledged as excellent blacksmiths and miners, but they also had negative traits. As a rule, the dwarves are described as beautyless beings. On top of that, they are also quite avaricious and deeply greedy. The quest for wealth was a real obsession for the dwarves. They were not very sociable, but it was possible to establish trading relations with them. The dwarves are a recurring presence in several myths. In one of the most famous stories, two families of dwarves competed against each other to know who would be the best craftsman of all. They would have to gift the gods with glorious artifacts, and the one responsible for the best artifact would be the winner. The legendary hammer Mjolnir of Thor was one of the fruits of such dispute. The belief in the existence of these beings lasted for centuries, and a common belief among the miners was that the sighting of a dwarf in a mine represented a sign of great treasure ready to be discovered. These legendary creatures were a strong inspiration for J.R.R. Tolkien, as the dwarves have relevant roles in the works of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. And what would be the story of Snow White without her 7 dwarves? These beings, sometimes friendly or even ill-tempered, are quintessential characters in any fantasy world.